oil change on Becky's Bronco, which has 32,000 miles on it. Now, we're doing this video and we're going to take our oil samples, send them to Blackstone. Blackstone will analyze it and tell us what we're doing. Now, each of us have a little bit different oil change intervals, driving habits, fuel, length of the time that it takes, between oil changes. And so it's going to be very interesting. Now, today I also want to announce I finally decided, 32,000 miles later, I know, I finally decided on an oil for Becky's Bronco. We're going to try something on this. I might use this on my Bronco, maybe something else. I don't really know. But we're going to start, first of all, we're going to take out the synthetic blend, Motorcraft synthetic blend that's in it. That'll be what is sampled and what's tested. But I'm going with the 530 full synthetic motor oil from Motorcraft. Full synthetic, not the blend. So that's going in here. We also have that was a good catch, by the way. We also have a air filter to install. This one has, bugs, sand, stuff like that in it. I'm going to do that, show you a little bit about that. Change the oil filter, of course. I typically change the oil plug on this. I didn't get one today. This plug has no seepage yet. We've noticed about every 3 oil changes, starting to get a little bit of seepage. So I started changing the plugs early on, changing it every oil change. And then I would go a couple of oil changes, and see if I could stretch it out. Well, pretty much 2 or 3 oil changes, it gets a new plug now. I didn't get one today. This one's not seeping. I'm not going to worry about it. However, I'm going to drain this oil out. We're going to catch it in the canister that Blackstone Labs sends to you. We'll send that off, have it analyzed. And I think when all 3 of us get our samples back, we're going to do a live stream and kind of break this down on what we're doing and why we're doing it. Basically, give you a little. It's fun. It's nothing to freak out about. It just gives you a window of what the different engines, how they're performing. So I think this is going to be a fun video. I'm not going to do the whole oil change here on the video. You've seen me do one before. I will tell you this. Early on, the Broncos stated, Ford stated that the Bronco 2.7 held 7 quarts of oil. And that's what we started out with. That's what is in this one. The latest, and this changed some time ago. I just didn't do a video on it. Ford changed it to 6 quarts. So what I'm going to do is put 6 quarts in it. I'm going to prime the engine, not crank it, just prime it, let everything settle. Then I'm going to check it on the dipstick and see where it is in the hash marks. I might end up at 6.5 quarts, but either way, we're going to start at 6 versus the original recommended 7 quarts. And so that's it. This Bronco will be going to the Ford dealer to get repaired from the accident they were in. The other car is in a junkyard right now. This Bronco still runs and drives great. And so that tells you this is a beast. It's built very well. I don't think there's really anything else to add there. The oil change, the oil sample is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to break it down for you. Some of the science in there, some of the chemicals, some of the makeup. Not really chemicals, but some of the metals, the alloys, the coppers, any silicon, anything like that. How much carbon's present. I think they can tell us that. Carbon's what eats up timing chains, by the way, so we're going to keep that to a minimum. And if you notice right here, the oil separator has been removed temporarily. It's over there on the workbench. We're doing a little test between Becky's Bronco and my Bronco. The oil catch can will go back on this Bronco very soon, probably right after this oil change. So, but I've decided full synthetic, Motorcraft 530 going in the Bronco, with air filter, of course a new oil filter, and watch out for the results in another video coming up. I appreciate you watching the channel. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I look forward to giving you some great content.